everyone, and welcome back to Talks Zara, the podcast where we help you speak English more confidently, more naturally, and more like real life.
That's right. This is a space for real English conversation practice, especially for learners who want to sound natural, fluent, and comfortable in everyday situations.
Today's episode is all about something very human and very important: how to talk about your feelings in English.
Yes, because learning English isn't just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about expressing emotions, sharing thoughts, and connecting with people.
Exactly. Whether you feel happy, stressed, confused, excited, nervous, or overwhelmed, you need the right words to explain how you feel.
And many English learners tell us the same thing. I understand English, but I don't know how to say what I feel.
So in this episode, we'll help you express feelings in English naturally, using real phrases, daily English expressions, and British English conversation style.
This episode is perfect for English speaking practice, emotional vocabulary building, and improving spoken English for real life. Part 1. Why talking about feelings in English is hard.
Let's start with a simple question. Why is talking about feelings in English so difficult for many learners?
One big reason is that emotions are personal. In your native language, you've had years to learn how to describe your feelings naturally.
But in English, you might only know basic words like happy, sad, or angry.
And real life is more complex than that. You might feel frustrated, relieved, anxious, disappointed, hopeful, or emotionally drained.
Another reason is fear. Many learners worry about saying the wrong thing or sounding awkward.
Especially when talking about emotions, people don't want to be misunderstood.
That's why practicing emotional English conversation is so important.
When you learn how native speakers talk about feelings, you gain confidence and fluency. Part 2. Basic feelings and natural expressions.
Let's begin with basic emotions and how to express them naturally in British English.
Instead of just saying, I am happy, you can say things like, I'm really pleased about it. I feel quite cheerful today. I'm in a good mood.
Those sound more natural and conversational.
Now, for sadness. Instead of only saying, I'm sad, you can say, I'm feeling a bit down. I'm not myself today. I feel quite low.
These phrases are very common in daily English conversation.
For anger, instead of, I'm angry, try, I'm really annoyed. That really upset me. I'm quite frustrated about it.
Notice how these expressions sound calmer and more realistic.
Part 3. Talking about stress and pressure.
Stress is something almost everyone feels, especially in modern life.
Very true. In English, people often avoid saying, I'm stressed directly.
Instead, they might say, I've got a lot on my plate. I'm under a lot of pressure. I'm feeling overwhelmed.
These phrases are extremely useful for work English and daily spoken English.
You might also hear, I'm mentally exhausted. I'm feeling burnt out.
These expressions are perfect for expressing emotional tiredness in English. Part 4. Talking about anxiety and nervousness.
Now let's talk about anxiety, nervousness, and worry.
Many English learners struggle to explain these feelings clearly.
Instead of saying, I'm scared, you can say, I'm a bit nervous. I'm feeling anxious about it. I'm worried it might not go well.
Before an interview or exam, you might say, I've got butterflies in my stomach.
That's a very British English expression.
You can also say, I'm feeling on edge. I can't seem to relax. Part 5. Talking about happiness and excitement.
Let's move on to positive feelings.
Instead of always saying, I'm happy, you can say, I'm really excited about it. I'm over the moon. I'm absolutely thrilled.
Those add emotion and personality to your English.
You can also say, I'm feeling quite optimistic. I'm really looking forward to it. Part 6. Expressing confusion and mixed feelings.
Sometimes we don't know exactly how we feel.
That's very normal, and English has great expressions for that.
You can say, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I have mixed feelings. I'm a bit confused, to be honest.
These phrases sound very natural in real English conversation. Part 7. Talking about disappointment and regret.
Disappointment is another common emotion.
Instead of saying, I'm disappointed, you might say, I was hoping for something better. It didn't turn out the way I expected. I feel let down.
For regret, you can say, I wish I'd done things differently. I regret saying that. I shouldn't have done that.
Part 8. Responding to other people's feelings.
Talking about feelings isn't only about expressing your own emotions.
It's also about responding when someone else shares their feelings.
You can say, I'm sorry you're feeling that way. That sounds really difficult. I can understand why you feel like that.
These phrases show empathy and emotional intelligence in English. Part 9. Using tone and body language.
In British English, tone is very important.
Yes, people often soften their language.
Instead of strong emotional words, they may use gentle phrases like a bit or quite.
For example, I'm a bit upset. I'm quite worried. Understanding this helps you sound more natural in British English. Part 10. Practical daily conversation examples.
Let's imagine a real-life situation.
A friend asks, "How are you?"
Instead of always saying, I'm fine, you can say, I'm doing all right, just a bit tired. I've had a stressful week, to be honest. I'm feeling quite positive today.
These answers sound natural and human. Part 11. Building confidence expressing feelings.
The more you practice emotional English, the easier it becomes.
Don't worry about being perfect.
What matters is honesty and clarity.
Listening to podcasts like Talks Zara helps train your ear for real spoken English. Part 12. Talking about feelings at work. Professional English.
Let's talk about something many listeners ask us about: how to talk about your feelings at work in English.
Yes, because work situations require polite, professional, and emotionally balanced English.
At work, people usually don't say very emotional sentences.
Instead of saying, I'm very angry, you might say, I'm not entirely happy with how this was handled. I have some concerns about this situation.
These phrases sound calm, professional, and respectful.
If you feel stressed at work, you can say, I'm feeling a bit under pressure at the moment. My workload is quite heavy right now.
This is very useful business English and workplace communication vocabulary.
Part 13. Talking about feelings in relationships.
Now let's move on to relationships, friends, family, and partners. This is where emotional English really matters.
Instead of saying, you make me angry, you can say, I felt upset by what happened. It hurt my feelings, to be honest.
That sounds softer and more mature.
If you want to express appreciation, you can say, I really value our relationship. It means a lot to me.
These expressions help build emotional connection in English.
Part 14. Expressing disagreement when you disagree.
Disagreement is part of everyday life.
In British English, people usually express disagreement politely.
Instead of saying, I disagree, you can say, I see it a bit differently. I'm not sure I completely agree.
If something makes you uncomfortable, you can say, I don't feel very comfortable with that. I'd rather not do that if that's okay.
These are excellent phrases for spoken English fluency.
Part 15. Talking about feelings when making decisions.
Sometimes we talk about feelings when making choices.
Yes, emotions often guide decisions.
You can say, I have a good feeling about this. Something doesn't feel quite right.
Those phrases are very natural in everyday English.
You might also hear, I'm torn between two options. I'm leaning towards this choice.
Part 16. Expressing relief and gratitude.
Let's talk about relief.
Often, after a stressful situation, you can say, I'm so relieved it's over. That's a weight off my shoulders.
For gratitude, you can say, I really appreciate it. I'm very thankful for your help.
These expressions make your English warmer and more human. Part 17. Talking about feelings in difficult times.
Sometimes life feels heavy.
And English has many gentle ways to express that.
You can say, I'm going through a tough time. I'm finding things quite difficult at the moment.
These phrases are honest but not dramatic. They're often used in real English conversations. Part 18. How British people soften emotions.
British English is known for being indirect.
Yes, people often soften emotions with words like quite, a bit, or rather.
For example, I'm a bit disappointed. I'm quite pleased with the result.
Understanding this helps you sound more natural in British English. Part 19. Practicing feelings through daily routines.
One great way is daily practice.
At the end of each day, ask yourself, how did I feel today?
Then try to answer in English. I felt productive. I felt drained. I felt motivated.
This builds emotional vocabulary naturally. Part 20. Common mistakes learners make.
Let's quickly talk about mistakes.
Many learners use very strong words too often.
For example, saying I'm depressed when they mean I'm sad.
In English, word choice matters a lot.
Learning softer expressions helps avoid misunderstanding.
Part 21. Confidence and emotional fluency.
Fluency is not just speed.
It's comfort, confidence, and emotional clarity.
When you can express feelings clearly, conversations feel easier.
That's when English becomes part of your life, not just a subject. Part 22. Talking about feelings when you're tired or low on energy.
Let's talk about tiredness, because this is something people feel almost every day.
Yes, and English has many natural ways to express low energy.
Instead of just saying I'm tired, you can say I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm feeling worn out. I'm running on empty today.
Those phrases sound very real in daily English conversation.
You might also say, I didn't get much sleep. I'm feeling a bit drained.
Part 23. Expressing motivation and inspiration.
Now let's switch to positive energy.
When you feel motivated, you can say, I'm feeling really driven. I'm full of energy today.
If something inspires you, you might say, that really motivated me. I feel inspired to do better.
These phrases are great for spoken English confidence. Part 24. Talking about feelings when things change.
Change can bring mixed emotions.
Very true. You can say, it's a bit unsettling. I'm still adjusting to it.
If change feels positive, you might say, it feels like a fresh start. I'm excited about this new chapter.
These expressions are commonly used in real English conversations. Part 25. Expressing loneliness or missing someone.
Loneliness is a feeling many people experience but don't talk about.
In English, you can express this gently.
You might say, I've been feeling a bit lonely lately. I really miss them.
You can also say, it feels strange without them around. I wish they were here. Part 26. Talking about feelings when you're proud.
Pride is a positive emotion that's important to express.
You can say, I'm really proud of myself. I'm proud of what I achieved.
British English speakers often soften it by saying, I'm quite pleased with myself. It feels good to have done that.
Part 27. Expressing guilt or apologizing emotionally.
Sometimes we feel guilty.
And English has polite ways to express that.
You can say, I feel bad about what happened. I didn't mean to upset anyone.
If apologizing, you might say, I'm genuinely sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Part 28. Talking about feelings in social situations.
Social situations can be emotionally challenging, especially in a second language.
Yes, you might feel shy or awkward.
You can say, I'm a bit shy in groups. I feel awkward in social situations.
Or, I need a bit of time to warm up. Part 29. Expressing confidence and self-belief.
Confidence is an important feeling to express.
You can say, I believe in myself. I feel confident about this.
If you're unsure, you might say, I'm still building my confidence. I'm getting there.
Part 30. Talking about feelings when learning English.
Let's talk about emotions related to learning English.
Many learners feel frustrated at times.
You can say, I get frustrated when I make mistakes. Learning English can be challenging.
But you can also say, I'm making progress. I feel more confident speaking English now. Part 31. Expressing hope and positivity.
Hope is a beautiful emotion.
In English, you can say, I'm hopeful things will improve. I'm feeling optimistic.
You might also say, I'm looking ahead with positivity. I believe things will work out.
Part 32. Talking about feelings when you're bored or uninterested.
Let's be honest, boredom happens.
Instead of saying, I'm bored, you can say, I'm not very engaged. I'm finding this a bit dull.
Those phrases sound more natural and polite.
Part 33. Expressing curiosity and interest.
Curiosity is another important feeling.
You can say, I'm curious about that. That really caught my interest.
These phrases are great for conversations and learning.
Part 35. Talking about feelings when you feel stuck.
Feeling stuck is something many people experience.
In English, you can say, I feel a bit stuck right now. I'm not sure how to move forward.
These phrases sound honest and natural.
Part 36. Expressing emotional growth.
As we grow, our emotions change.
You can express this by saying, I've grown a lot emotionally. I've learned a lot about myself.
These expressions are reflective and mature.
Part 37. Talking about feelings when you feel calm or content.
Calmness is a wonderful feeling.
You can say, I feel calm and relaxed. I'm at peace with things.
British speakers might say, I'm quite content.
Part 38. Final extended reflection.
Talking about feelings in English is a journey.
And every conversation helps you improve.
The more you practice, the more natural it feels.
Your English doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be real.
Thank you for staying with us on Talks Zara.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep expressing yourself.
Because your voice matters, in English and beyond.